Did you know there's something you can do right now, literally today, that costs nothing, takes no pills, and could seriously improve your erections? It's true. And I'm not talking about some magical herb from a far-off land or a complicated workout routine. I'm talking about something so basic, so ordinary, most of us overlook it: walking. But hang on, don't roll your eyes just yet, because what I'm about to share might just change the way you think about your daily stroll around the neighborhood. And if you're a gentleman over 50 or approaching those golden years, this could be one of the most important health tips you hear this week. My name's Dr. Reena Malik. I'm a urologist and pelvic surgeon, and I know how difficult it can be to talk about something as personal as erectile dysfunction, especially as we get older. But today, I want to have that conversation with care, with facts, and maybe with a little humor too, because you deserve to feel good, physically and emotionally. So, pour yourself a cup of tea, sit back, and let's chat about something that might just put a little more spring in your step. And in other places too. Let's break it down in simple terms. Erectile dysfunction, or ED, is when you have trouble getting or keeping an erection firm enough for sex. It doesn't mean you're not a man. It doesn't mean you're not trying hard enough. It just means something in your body isn't cooperating the way it used to. And you're definitely not alone. In fact, research shows that over half of all men, yes, more than 50%, experience ED at some point in their lives. And the chances go up with age. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Most people think ED is all about testosterone, or nerves, or performance anxiety. And while those can play a role, the real secret lies in your blood flow. Your penis is like a sponge with blood vessels. When you're aroused, blood rushes in and fills those vessels. If your circulation isn't working well, due to heart problems, high blood pressure, or even diabetes, your erections will suffer. So if we want better erections, we have to start with better blood flow. Now, I know what you're thinking. Walking? Seriously? I already walk. I go to the grocery store. I walk around the house. I walk the dog. But here's the thing. It's not just about walking. It's about how you walk. And there's new scientific research that backs this up in a big way. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, conducted by researchers in China, looked at some pretty impressive data from two massive health studies. Let me explain in everyday terms what they found. Researchers started by analyzing people's DNA to understand their walking pace. Now, our genes don't just determine eye color or whether you're left-handed. Some tiny variations, called SNPs, single nucleotide polymorphisms, can even influence how fast we naturally walk. Some folks are born with a little get up and go in their genes. Others take things more slowly, but the researchers didn't stop there. They compared that genetic walking pace with another data set, men's likelihood of having erectile dysfunction. In other words, they asked, do men who naturally walk faster have fewer problems in the bedroom? And you know what? The answer was a big, resounding yes. Let me give you the headline. Men who increase their walking pace by just 1 mile per hour, so from a leisurely stroll to a slightly brisker walk, reduce their risk of ED by 76%. Yes, you heard that right. 76%. That's a dramatic improvement from something as simple as changing the pace of your walk. Now, I want to make this practical. The researchers divided walking speeds into 3 categories: slow walkers, less than 3 miles per hour; average pace, around 3 to 4 miles per hour; fast pace, over 4 miles per hour. And here's the kicker. It wasn't about walking longer. It wasn't even about walking every single day. The key factor was the speed, not the time or frequency. So even if you're only walking 10 minutes a day, if you pick up the pace, you're doing your body a huge favor. Why does speed matter? Let's picture your blood vessels like plumbing in your house. If your pipes are old and sluggish, water doesn't flow well. Same with your arteries. When you walk faster, your heart pumps more efficiently, your blood vessels open up, and oxygen moves through your body quicker. This helps reduce inflammation, lower blood sugar, improve blood pressure, all of which directly affect your ability to get and maintain an erection. It's like giving your cardiovascular system a gentle workout, without the strain of going to the gym or running a marathon. And for seniors, that's a blessing. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need a personal trainer. You just need a pair of comfortable shoes and the will to walk a little faster. But Doc, I already walk every day. I hear this a lot. And I'll say this with love. That's great, but how fast are you walking? If your stroll looks more like window shopping, with plenty of stops to chat or admire the flowers, that's still good for your soul. But it might not be enough to boost your circulation the way your body needs. The sweet spot seems to be that 4 miles per hour brisk walk, the kind of pace where you can still hold a conversation, but maybe a little out of breath. You're not sweating buckets, but your heart is definitely working a bit harder. Try walking like you're 5 minutes late to an appointment, just enough urgency to get moving. A few limitations, but don't let that stop you now. Full transparency here. The study mostly included men of European descent because that's what the data set allowed. We still need more diverse research across ethnicities, body types, and medical conditions. And of course, researchers did everything they could to rule out other factors, like smoking, diabetes, and obesity. But real life is messy. Sometimes health is influenced by dozens of things at once. Still, the data is strong. And more importantly, the advice is safe and doable for just about everyone. So why not give it a try? The bigger picture. Sexual health is whole body health. I want to gently remind you that your sexual health is not just about pleasure. It's a mirror of your overall well-being. When you take care of your heart, your blood vessels, and your stress levels, everything else, your energy, your confidence, your mood, starts falling into place. And here's something most men don't realize. Fixing ED isn't just about what happens in the bedroom. It's about taking back control of your health. That feeling of waking up with morning wood again? That's not just biology. That's a sign your body is working better, your blood is flowing, and your heart is ticking strong. The surprising connection between your heart and erections. Now, before we wrap things up, let's take a step back and talk about why this all matters so much, especially for men over 60. Erectile dysfunction isn't just about intimacy. Sure, that's a big part of it, and there's no shame in admitting it's important to you. But ED can also be one of the earliest signs that your heart isn't doing as well as it should be. Think of your body like a garden hose. If there's a kink in the hose or a buildup of gunk inside it, the water doesn't flow well, right? Well, your blood vessels work the same way. And guess what? The blood vessels in your penis are smaller and more sensitive than the ones in your heart. So if blood isn't flowing well down there, it could be a red flag that it's also not flowing well everywhere else, including your heart and brain. That's why doctors often say, the penis is the window to the heart. It's not just a catchy phrase. It's based on real science. And this is why walking faster, something that improves blood circulation, may benefit not just your erections, but also help protect you from heart disease and even stroke. So you're not just helping one part of your body. You're supporting your entire system with every brisk step. How fast is fast enough? You might be wondering, okay, Doc, but how fast is 4 miles per hour, really? Great question. Imagine you're walking with a purpose. Not rushing, not jogging, but you're trying to catch the bus or make it to your grandkids' school performance on time. That kind of walking, where your arms are swinging naturally, you're slightly breathy, but you can still talk. That's brisk. You don't need a treadmill to measure it. You'll know you're doing it right if your heart rate increases a bit, you're breathing a little heavier, but can still speak. You feel warm after about 5 to 10 minutes. That's your sweet spot. And remember, this isn't about running marathons. It's just a slight uptick in pace. Small change, big return. Making it work for you. Let's be real. If you've been sedentary or have joint issues, walking faster may sound a bit intimidating. But don't worry, you don't have to go from couch to sprinter overnight. Here's what you can do instead. Start where you are. If you currently stroll at a slow pace, just aim to push yourself a tiny bit more. Add a few minutes at a brisk pace each day and build up from there. Use music or a podcast. Walking to the beat of an upbeat song can naturally boost your pace without you even thinking about it. Track your progress. Many smartphones or pedometers can estimate walking pace. You don't have to be precise, just consistent. And here's a tip I always share with my older patients. Don't compare yourself to others. This is your walk, your health, your journey. Every step you take is a step toward a healthier, more confident you. A word on consistency. You don't have to walk miles every day, but consistency, that's the magic word. Even 20 to 30 minutes of brisk walking 5 times a week can transform your health. And remember, this isn't about perfection. Miss a day? That's okay. Just pick it back up the next day. The key is making this a long-term habit, not a temporary challenge. You brush your teeth every day, right? Not because your teeth are dirty, but because you want to keep them clean and healthy. Same thing with walking. You do it regularly not just to fix something today, but to prevent bigger problems tomorrow. Closing thoughts. A walk toward confidence and connection. Let's take a moment and think beyond just erections or blood flow. Walking faster, this simple change, represents something much bigger. It's a choice to be active in your own health. It's about showing up for your partner, your family, and most importantly, yourself. I know it's not always easy. Some days your knees hurt. Other days the weather's bad or you just don't feel like it. That's okay. You're human. But what if, on those days, you reminded yourself, this walk might just help me avoid pills, surgery, or another doctor's appointment I don't want? What if you said, this walk is a gift I'm giving to my future self and the person I love? That's powerful, and it doesn't cost you a dime. Your turn. Take the first step today. So now that you know the science, the story, and the strategy, what will you do with this information? Will you let it pass you by like another tip you scroll past on your phone? Or will you lace up your shoes, step out that front door and say, this walk is for me? Start today. Go at your own pace. Then next week, go a little faster. Your heart, your mind, your body, and yes, your erections will thank you. And if this video resonated with you, we'd love to hear from you in the comments. How do you stay active every day? Or, what's one small change that's made a big difference in your health? Let's inspire each other. If you found this helpful, hit that like button. It tells YouTube this is content worth sharing with others. Don't forget to subscribe to Natural Health Secret. We share weekly videos packed with practical research-backed advice to help you live longer, stronger, and healthier, naturally. Thank you for being here. And until next time, take that walk. You've got this.